After Charisma.
There's good magisters, don't get me wrong. Tilani's one, Pavus and some others.
Your warden contacts, Efka and Antoine? You think they'll come through? Where were we? Your warden contacts, Efka and Antoine? You think they'll come through?
They'll try.
Well, it's more than we've gotten from the first warden. Where'd you meet them anyway?
It was the Deep Roads. They were there on warden business. Varric and I were after Solus. We didn't tell them at the time, of course. But you survive a Deep Stalker attack together, and you make fast friends.
Do not touch the treasure. Gold for treasure.
Reach up there for... I heard about the warehouse. Darkspawn, huh? Those damned Venatori. Come back anytime.
So after crossing paths in the Deep Roads, you kept in touch with Efka and Antoine?
Yeah, we trade letters every few months. One time, Antoine sent a diagram for some kind of automatic door he was developing based on springs. It chimed when it closed, so you wouldn't get stuck. He can be a little unorthodox.
Aren't we all?
Got company.
That's a win, Rook.
Did you hear?
And now a dragon. What's I heard some people lost their homes. I wish there was something I could...
Why did Morgan want to meet in Minrathous? Isn't she helping the Veil Jumpers in Arlathan?
Indeed. But today we have a guest, and she needed the anonymity that only a city provides.
Well, look who it is.
Good to see you, Lace.
Rook, you remember how Varric and I served the Inquisition? Well, this is Inquisitor Llewellyn, the woman who led us all.
Angaran Artishan.
Benethara. I wish we could be meeting without our gods threatening to blight the world.
A blight that spreads wider with each passing heartbeat.
Morgan and Harding have told me about what you've accomplished since taking over for Varric. You've put together an impressive team, and you've got the best chance, maybe the only chance, to stop Elgernon and Gillenade.
I won't let you down.
Don't worry about me. Worry about the people you've recruited, and about the people depending on you. I only sealed the breach because I had people like Cassandra, Liliana, and Cullen with me from the start. Without Dorian's magic and Josephine's diplomacy, we never would have come together to stop Corypheus. Years later, I had to disband the Inquisition, but I never lost the friends who had gotten me through it all. Ultimately, they're the only ones you can really count on. Do right by them, and you'll find your way.
We've got the makings of a good team, I think. We'll do our best.
And while you do so, Rook, the Inquisitor will do her best to ensure that the rest of the world remains intact. A daunting prospect, given that most of the South is under siege by Darkspawn.
It's that bad?
If not for the Inquisitor, the South would have collapsed completely. She has not been idle while you assembled your team.
I thought the gods were mostly active up here. It's really that bad in the south.
Elgernon and Gillenade have indeed restricted their activities to the north. But the forces they deployed to the south, the strange new Darkspawn, have spread fear and corruption greater than any blight in history.
Darkspawn have cut through the center of Orlais. Valroyo and Halamsharal are barely holding out. Ferelden would have fallen already if not for help from Orzammar. With Denerim lost, the Fereldans are holding the line at Redcliffe. The Free Marches have the worst of it. Acting Viscount Aveline Valen led the evacuation of Kirkwall. She's taking her people and what's left of her army to help Prince Vale keep Starkhaven.
Maker, we didn't know. My ma...
Don't worry. I called in a favor with the Divine. Your mother's safe with some old friends.
Thank you.
The Inquisition might be gone, but my name still carries some weight. I've used it to get people working together where they can. Again, the South is my problem, not yours, Rook. You stop the gods, and I'll make sure the rest of Thedas doesn't fall to the Blight.
If the south is in such turmoil, why come up here just to talk? And how did you get here so fast?
Did you think you were the only one to unlock the secrets of the Illuvians?
Morgan helped the Inquisition use the Illuvians to travel.
While I lack the Dreadwolf's Viravus, I may still scurry between the walls of this world to be where I might do the most good. The Inquisitor asked to meet you, and I thought it might help you to meet her.
I've been having trouble getting people in authority to listen to us. If you help with some of your political strength...
My political strength? Tevinter hates me. The Venatori helped make sure of that. And while I have a few friends in the Wardens, their leadership hasn't much cared for me since we clashed at Adamant Fortress.
The Inquisitor did not come all this way to leave you with empty words, however. She brought something no one else could.
A wolf statuette. We've found others like it in the crossroads. Where'd you find yours?
I found it right around the time Solus's ritual failed, when he was pulled into the Fade. We've examined the magic, and it's tied to the Veil. To him. Somehow.
Solus is ancient, and his magic is part of him in a way far beyond that of mortals. I suggest you take it to the crossroads and see if something in the lighthouse calls to it. Perhaps it will yield some insight into your new ally.
I appreciate it. Solus has been helpful while he's trapped in the Fade. But anything that can help me get inside his head will help counter him getting inside mine.
Wisely spoken. Solus rarely lies directly, but he finds ways to weave the truth into a noose you find yourself wearing.
Morgan is right. Solus is dangerous. Anything that gives us some insight into his plans. He fooled us all before, and the whole world nearly paid the price for it.
We should go, Inquisitor. The armies in the south need you.
Right. Harding, stay sharp. You're my eyes in the north.
Always, Inquisitor.
Rook, good luck. If I come across anything else that can help, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
Dumat's breath. I wasn't expecting to see.
All right, let's find those boil samples. Looks like there's caves on the far side of the village. We can start there.
Lavendale Village. This can't turn out like Demetta's Crossing. At least it's still standing.
Often a place needs someone in its corner. This one needs more than a few.
Dad? It's Jacob. Flynn says you might be able to hear me. You know, you told me stories when I was sick. One of them.
Got a sample. I'm guessing they'll need more than one.
I've seen how Antoine performs experiments. He'll need more than one. Get ready!
got the sample.
Lovely.
Darkspawn. Everyone ready? Take your blight with you. Everyone all right?
So, Rook, this was your life before us?
Not quite. This'll open the way. Got it.
First at Demeter's Crossing, now here. And the gods are just getting started.
Trouble nearby.
This was farmland.
Like where my ma lives.
Check out the ballista. Could be useful. An ogre.
Blight and Darkspawn are connected. Did it send us going after the boils?
We need to stop it.
Move fast.
Great hit, Rook.
It's down. Signs of a family that disappeared.
Here goes nothing.
They knew the Blight was coming, but how? And what went wrong after?
Something toyed with the people here.
See that? Bad guys. Let's go get them! We got company.
Can't get along.
Ranged attackers! You got him, Nev. Good hit.
This Echo made promises and then... Do you think it took them all? All. A well? Well. An echo? Echo. Echo! Echo! That's not my voice. Not your voice. Who are you? Are you? Hello? 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 Hello?
That's a problem.
And another Fenarel altar.
Heard ya.
And another sample.
That's gotta be enough samples.
Yeah. Let's get back to Evka and Antoine.
About to have a problem.
Whatever this echo was in the well, I think it possessed them. The more people go near it, the more it gets in their minds.
Promises them a way out, then keeps them in the same place. Like a game.
That journal mentioned clearing boards from the well. It was sealed away once. Whatever's down there, whatever you did to those people, I won't let you do it again. We're sealing the well.
Sealing.
It's done. No more echo.
For now.
So, Nev, I know our powers are different.
This should be interesting.
It's nothing interesting. Just, please tell me you messed up sometimes.
Still do. Sometimes it's even magic related.
That's good to hear. Thanks.
Sure. And there's no reason you asked.
Not anymore.
You've been to the farmlands. There's a family. Voss. I'm close with him, with Ursa.
There was something in the well. It got to them.
But we aren't supposed to listen. The stories. But it was sealed.
And it is again.
When it's safe to go back, I'll bury it even deeper for Ursa. Thank you for letting me know.
Antoine? Antoine!
Yes? Yes, the blight samples. They're like nothing we've seen, or anything in the Warden records. And Rook? I believed you, but to hear it? I almost hear voices in it. The gods calling the blight.
We knew things were bad. But if the Blight's being called, the situation's more unpredictable than we thought. We need to...
I give you two reign, and this is where it leads. Chasing Rook's lies.
First Warden,
You were told to stay away. Or does your allegiance to us no longer matter?
Of course it does. Fighting the blight matters. That's why I'm here.
You're here for your ego, not for us.
Rook knew something was wrong.
I can hear it in the samples. The gods, they're telling the truth. The blight has changed, and that changes everything.
It changes nothing. Your sensitivity to blight is useful, Warden Antoine. But you've had more than one snake in your ear.
I took the same vows as you. We're on the same side.
You're on thin ice. You tampered with a ritual that unleashed Blight. You did not know what you were doing then, and you don't now.
If gods control the Blight, we need to change how we approach it.
Archdemons control Blight, and we'd sense if one had risen. We'd make the sacrifices needed to fight it.
But we...
The Blight has increased. Now is not the time to lose focus. Wardens Evka and Antoine, are you sworn to combat the Blight?
Yes, but...
Then report back to Weishaupt and do so.
That went poorly, even for a talk with him.
I'm a warden. I know what I'm doing. Why won't he listen?
You're a good warden. And don't catch yourself thinking otherwise.
Maybe. But I need the Order's help.
There's you, Davrin, me, and Antoine. We make it work with the four of us. You and Davrin work with your new friends. Antoine and I will track Darkspawn and the Blight.
In so-called peace, vigilance. If we learn the gods' plans, you will too.
The elven god of monsters had been hard at work. She'd taken the Darkspawn and made them so much worse. Now, she and Elgar'nan had their glorious new army. The risen gods were ready. And they had just the target.
We should take a break. Head back to the lighthouse for a bit.
He finally agrees to meet for a report, then he all but calls you a liar.
I think you were included in that.
Thanks.
You need to head back to Weishaupt.
Soon. We can risk a small delay before we're missed.
We'll continue helping here for a while, and help you on the way if we can.
Another warden? You really think 3 of you can hold this off? Keep your guard up.
The trees from the wetlands are unique. We've had lumber imported. It's not the same. Please come by again.
You're Rook. You've been helping the Wardens. I'm Bastion. There's more out there than Blight. You must be careful.
Of what?
I heard something from up at Gaspin Manor while I was escaping here. The place has been abandoned for years. They say the Lord had some cursed treasure. One day he just disappeared. Could the Blight awaken a curse? If it draws evil here, the treasure's up there somewhere. It should have been destroyed.
I wouldn't be surprised if damage from the Blight stirred something up.
It can't hurt to check. It'll save Evka and Antoine the trouble.
Venatory barrier crystals. Whoever came this way didn't want to be followed.
Recently placed, too.
What are they doing in the Hosberg wetlands? What's that sound?
I don't think it's the Blight.
Sure thing.
So this is the cursed manor.
Spared no expense on the atmosphere.
Nice hit, Nev.
Lord Gaspin's treasure belongs to the Venatori.
The gods repeat! Let's go! Worthless!
Death is not granted!
Tassos win!
Clear out.
So they want Lord Gaspin's treasure, but look at this place. Is it really still here?
Made it through that one.
Inside.
What was that?
I heard it too.
The manor is supposed to be cursed.
Get clear!
You got it.
The cellar. Stay on guard. I've got a body. Hasn't been dead long. Research notes. This man wanted Lord Gaspin's treasure to impress Algernon.
He's chasing status. Wants a better rank among the Venatori.
More curious creatures, drawn like moths.
Chiding the curious. That almost feels personal.
Good job!
So the Venatori wanted treasure, but found a sealed demon.
And we stopped both. So a bad deal for them.
Let's look around. This writing is old. If it was Lord Gaspin, whatever he thought was back here, it wasn't enough. He found a demon, or became the one we met. If the demon was the curse, at least we've kept it away from Lavendel. Once we're done, we can let Bastian know.
Rook! Always good to see people return. Means they're still alive.
We went up to Gaspin Manor.
You did? And the curse? Was it... Did the blight wake it?
Less the blight and more like some Venatori. There was a demon haunting the manor. We stopped it.
Huh. Well, we all knew something wasn't right. And thank you. That's one less evil to worry about.
Trouble scouted.
Rook takes credit there.
The wetlands are unsettling, but I guess that's Warden life. Spending time in creepy places.
So what now? Do we listen for a twig snap nearby? That's how it works outside the city, right?
So the mayor of Demetis Crossing is just out there? He might go back to working for the gods. He could do something worse.
It's something to keep an eye on.
We should have...
There was a blighted village and potential mind control from the gods. That's a lot of unknowns for a snap decision. Deciding someone dies in that case. Can't say it's bad we went the other way. I just hope we don't regret it. Company, get ready.
Excellent form, Rook. Bet they never saw that coming. Still alive? Still alive.
Hey, Manfred, how does he work?
I'm sure Emmerich would fill you in if you asked.
Yeah, but he'd add details.
All right, then. The bare-bones answer from the non-necromancer. You get your parts, put the skeleton together, some fancy ritual later, and you've got a wisp inside running the show.
Manfred's a wisp? Like the ones at your desk? You could make a bunch of moving skeletons?
Me? No. Not without some research I don't want to do. Don't worry, those wisps are staying wisps.
Good.
Eyes open.
Here comes trouble. Trouble coming our way.
Here we go.
Fire and ice! Watch it! Good hit!
Clearing the way, one champion at a time.
That's the last one.
Better get this where it's needed.
Take a look over there.
Determination. Is that the shape of your will?
It's the trapped necropolis spirit. Last one.
Are you lashed by common rage? Will you fall to petty hates and crack the heart and burn the soul? Whatever you are, give me my freedom if you can.
Get clear.
Beat the odds there.
That's it. The necropolis door to the demon, the real demon these all came from, should be open.
Well, let's not keep it waiting.
Hey, Nev. Benst also had a jeweler add some stones to his lockpick hand. Pretty gems and stuff. I can get you a name if you want.
Why would I want gems on my leg?
Because it's like a boot you wear every day. Might as well look nice. That's what I did after I broke my horn. And my horn will grow back.
I work Minrathus. Put gems on my legs in the morning, and they be stolen by lunch. Besides, I like to keep a low profile when I'm hunting.
Oh, sneaky. Makes sense.
It's quiet. That spirit we've been chasing must be waiting inside.
You ignored each warning, scoffed at every count. With every death, I tasted freedom. For without the door seals, I can take on a worthy form at last. Witness the greatest treasure of the dead.
It's the demon! In an undead dragon?
Hey! Sorry. Demon! You are not a dragon! Get out of that body!
The fight won't be pretty. We're not alone.
locked for ages, and how swiftly you came to plunder.
Ready when you are.
Watch your back!
Time to finish this.
To the right! Hit her now!
Once I leave this place, I will let all the unworthy kingdoms that tried to chain me.
Nice shadow dragoning.
Time to end this.
They're dead now! Quick, before she recovers! Go now!
You think I can die once more? I will not give up this form!
They're on your ass!
There. It's over.
Katadim Hira. It's out of the dragon. Her fight is over.
Not bad. Someone else can take the next turn. They've got a 1,000-year warning.
return, we are content.
Why are you here? What do you want?
Not now, not yet. We will show you soon.
This just gets weirder every time.
Rook, just got word. First Warden's calling everyone back to Weishaupt. Everyone except us, seems like. Guess the First Warden holds a grudge.
Calling Wardens back from all over Thedas is a big step. Did he give any reason why?
Not exactly, but I've heard rumors of a massive Darkspawn horde on the move. Even hearing there's an Archdemon with them.
The other Archdemons are dead. Only Razakale and Lusicon live. So which one is it?
No one has a good look yet. Makes it hard to tell. Rook, if the gods have an Archdemon, Warden lore says Archdemons only show up during a blight. Doesn't say anything about elven gods. Seems like the rules have changed, and we're going in blind. We need to know what we're up against.
I'll talk to Solus. See if he knows anything about any of this. Make sure the others are ready to move.
Rook, interested in visiting the Memorial Gardens?
What are you up to?
I must tend to some rites in the necropolis. I'd like to show you its more peaceful side.
I cannot say.
Who created you?
I cannot say.
What can you say?
I cannot say.
Right. Deserve that.
Got the archive spirit working, I see.
Rook, you're here. And I did. Sort of. A little bit. It appears, but it won't tell me anything.
You simply ask the wrong questions. A common affliction of the weak-minded.
Also that. It's kind of mean.
Just insult it right back. Assuming you know how to insult a spirit?
I've never thought about it. How would you do that? Emmerich might know. That is an idea. Syrian learned a lot, taught me a lot about these archives. They have, well, not thoughts like us, but sort of pathways, I guess. They can only respond to specific questions worded in specific ways. So, if you're powerful, like almost God-level powerful, how would you talk to someone you see as lesser?
Really condescendingly, based on experience so far.
Right! You wouldn't ask questions, you'd tell them what to do, so let's try that. Archive, tell me who built you.
One of the greatest of Elvenan, a steward of her glory. Truly, I was blessed to bathe in his warmth. Anaris built me, and to him I shall someday return.
You mean the Forgotten One?
I cannot say.
Good point. That was us.
What do you mean by that was us?
The Dalish call them that. Forgotten Ones, I mean. I don't know what they were before. You weren't supposed to speak their names or else they'd come for you. Remember the nursery rhymes? You know, unlike the upstanding Gillenane or Elgernon. So who knows what they really were? The Forgotten Ones. They used to say Solus was one, so best case scenario like him. Worst case, well, you heard it talk.
Right. So this thing's dangerous if it belonged to one of them.
Could be, but still important and invaluable. Everything Anaris knew, this thing knows, and my people deserve to know. If I can get it to tell me.
Archive, tell me about the Dreadwolf.
An ideologue and a fool who will soon pay the price. When Anaris dispatches the Evanuris, he will spare a thought for Fen'Harel.
Archive, tell me about the Evanuris.
A group of cowards, hiding behind their more powerful magic and superior numbers. Their jealousy of Anaris was palpable. Their war is unending. But Anaris will prevail.
Have fun with the condescending spirit.
I'll try. Could be worse, I guess.
Worse, like the wound of betrayal Lord Anaris suffered. Soon he will cast down the oppressors and take his rightful place.
What a shame I can't stay longer. Good luck.
Appreciate the support.
Any luck tracking down your mystery friend?
The Shaper didn't like me asking about Shaper Volta. or harassing people with talk of dwarven magic.
Wish we had time to head down there and show them what you can do.
I don't think that would have helped.
But think how satisfying it would be.
Yeah. What's satisfying about being thrown in a Deep Roads prison? Orzammar takes its heritage very seriously.
So, what now?
I was thinking, the voice said look to those closest to the stone. What if she never meant Orzammar?
Eh?
There is another great tide, the original capital of the dwarves, Kalsharak. It was lost during the First Blight, and its people survived in isolation for hundreds of years. They re-emerged, some 20 years ago?
And you think they're closer to the stone?
Orzammar can't help. What have I got to lose?
Are you sure Orzammar isn't hiding something?
Pressing them for information would be tricky. I could anger someone important. If Kalsharak doesn't turn out, I can go back to poking at Orzammar. But not before then.
I'm curious about Kalsharak's isolation.
The dwarves took heavy losses during the First Blight. To stop the Darkspawn from overrunning them, they closed off passages in the Deep Roads. Those that could retreated to Orzammar. Kalsharak was lost. They abandoned the city and its people, sealed them away with the Darkspawn.
There must have been another way. What they did was monstrous.
Can you imagine being trapped, knowing death was coming?
But they didn't die. The rumors...
That the dwarves of Kalsharak had to change to survive? No one's really sure what that means exactly.
When we find them, you can ask. How do we get in touch with these Kalsharak dwarves?
Already working on it. You don't spend 10 years in the Inquisition without making contacts. I should have a meeting set up by the time we're ready to leave.
Why do you run around in fancy mage clothes?
Because I like them?
You're barely even wearing a shirt.
You fight Anton with a bare midriff.
Everything all right?
We're fine. Just trading fashion tips. So what I wear is a problem for you?
It's not. It's just... Why dress like that? Are you trying to make your mother happy?
Is this about what your mother said on the beach?
No.
What'd she say?
Tasha's mother said that Tash acted more like a man than a woman.
And you feel like you should wear dresses to make her happy?
No. Can you imagine me in a dress? I'd look stupider than I'd look stupid.
You wouldn't look stupid in a dress, if that's what you wanted to wear.
I don't want to wear a fucking dress!
Clear and to the point. So, what do you want? Your mother didn't just make you angry. Something she said got its hooks into you. Why?
It feels... right. When she says I act more like a man. It feels... right. Why does it feel right?
Tosh, do you like being a woman?
Nobody likes being a woman.
Ah.
This is stupid. Forget I said anything.
I used to tell myself things that sounded like what you were saying. I felt wrong in my own skin. I didn't know why. I figured everyone felt like that, so I pushed it away and tried not to think about it. Until one day, I finally realized what was wrong. I'd grown up in this box the world made for me. This is what a man is, this is what a woman is. But I wasn't a man, and I wasn't a woman. I was me.
So, what? You just changed?
I asked a lot of questions to people willing to talk with me about it. Then one night, I closed my eyes and let myself imagine living my life. Not as a man or a woman, but as me. Being free as myself. Something opened up in my chest, like I'd relaxed a muscle I'd clenched my whole life without realizing it. And after I finished crying, I started making plans. Because once I learned that I could feel that way about myself, I was never going back.
And you're saying I'm like you?
One of the first things you told me was, you don't get to tell me who I am. Whether you're like me or dealing with some other pain, well, only you can figure that out.
Okay. I'll try. And thanks for telling me about you.
Anytime. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Please do. I need to hear an actual voice now and then.
Can't imagine why.
I'm starting to dream that I'm a griffin. Squawk.
Keep dreaming. It's good to have goals in life.
The real dream is getting him to take a nap. So what brings you by?
Nice to have a fellow warden on the team. Our paths may not have crossed at Weishaupt, but we have one experience in common.
Ah, the joining.
The moment they handed us a chalice with archdemon blood.
And the moment we took a sip.
What were we thinking?
My head was exploding. You tell me.
Well, I was thinking, wait, I thought this was ale.
Guess somebody wasn't paying attention in class.
I thought the joining was some prank they pulled on new recruits.
Good times.
Yeah. Though I can't say I've got it all worked out, being a warden.
Feeling lost?
Sometimes I think about the calling. You hear stories about other wardens who've left for theirs. Here, warden. Thanks for your long service. Now enjoy the creepy sound in your head.
But don't worry, that's just an archdemon calling out to Darkspawn.
And before you succumb to that nasty blood you drank way back, how about you spend your final days in the deep roads?
And take a few Darkspawn up while you're at it.
Nice knowing you.
Can't imagine why you'd be feeling lost.
What's the problem with our illustrious leader? Is the first warden always a pain, or is it me?
A bit of both. You know he's all about discipline.
And I'm not?
Well...
Okay, so maybe I like to keep things loose.
And the first warden wants everything lashed down tight. I can see why you might feel a little lost.
Well, I find out we've secretly raised griffins this whole time, and you get to play with them. How did I miss that meeting?
Nothing personal. I only got called in when the Gloomhowler showed up.
Nothing like that, just trying to learn the ropes.
I'm not sure anyone's really figured it out. What wardens do for a living, it's damned weird.
Not exactly the army of legend.
Legend in the making. You go to war with the army you have. Weishaupt will come through. Along with a very noisy griffin who'll squawk the enemy to death.
No armor can withstand that.
Don't encourage him.
Won't happen again. See you two around.
Manifestation.